holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all
I
walks
better
of
get me
life.
some alpacas.
Would you agree?
Once they've hauled everything over to Snezhnaya, they can make a little extra by selling them more.
What's the hurry?
Oh, it's Durin!
Traveler in Paimon? Huh.
Oh, no, you didn't scare. It's all good. We've had worse.
Ah, no, don't worry about that. Anyway,
The day that the writer...
So,
Miss Alice?
Oh, you too? I guess I really do need to work on my impression. I have brought you and the Traveler together here for a very important purpose. It has to do with your mom.
My mom?
Indeed, fairy tale author extraordinaire, Anya Marie Andersdottir. See, I knew this would be right up your alley. Now then, if you'll open the book, I will begin narrating.
whoa! What is this place? It reminds Paimon of Simulanka.
The two are indeed similar. Both worlds were built using the same magic.
Aha! So it is!
Hello?
Oh, no need to be shy. Just think of me as one of your mother's dear...
You keep talking about stories and magic.
Certainly not. Simulanka was a peerless masterpiece. Without the original author, it would be impossible to create a sequel. But you are right about one thing. Just like last time, I want to show you a work of magic that has to do with storytelling.
What's this?
This is your mother's dying wish.
My mother's dying wish was a book?
Let me answer that with a question. What do you suppose would be a writer's greatest regret? Have you ever read a book called The Little Witch and the Undying Fire? Oh, that's because it began as a little game at our tea parties. I wrote the first volume, then the other mages took their turns. Em was tasked with writing the final volume, but by the time everyone had finished writing their parts, Em had passed away. Oh, it was a terrible shame. A true tragedy. And that is the answer to my question. A writer's greatest regret is to leave a story unfinished. But all is not lost. I couldn't stand the doom and gloom of it all. so I went ahead and wrote an ending myself on her behalf.
Then what's this book?
This is the answer your mother. She made me promise that I would bring it to you because she believed the only person who could resolve this regret is you.
So my mother's greatest regret is another unfinished story?
You could say that.
And I guess resolving the regret means finish?
That's one way to put it.
Oh, is a straight answer too much to ask for?
Her answer was quite the opposite of what I'd expected. I'd love to tell you what she said, I really would. But that would spoil the plot, and we can't have that. Spoilers ruin everything.
Oh,
Just think of this task as giving us...
I understand. But
With their experience, you'll have so many story ideas you won't know.
Yeah. If it's to help Durin fulfill his...
Aunt Alice, could I ask?
I had...
Don't worry. We'll help you come up with loads of ideas. Yeah. Let's find a nice spot where we can settle in and read through this thing. We could even get some snacks.
Ooh, the actual process might not be quite the walk in the park you're imagining, Paimon.
Why's that?
Because when Em created this book, she borrowed my magic. In other words, it's not a book you can just pick up and read. It's a magical book. Its chapters are scattered through memories of the past. Gather them all, and the book will show you its secrets.
So, where are we supposed to find these memories?
Em left a trail of clues for each unfinished chapter. Oh, and when it comes to adding to the story yourselves, you'll need to use this.
And...
This, my dear little Paimon, is the ink. It's extremely precious.
So we need to search for the memories and...
Oh, it just had to...
Perhaps it's just another form of storytelling. Em was ever so creative when it came to things like that. Just think of it as a little challenge your mom left behind. Who knows?
I don't care about that. This was my mother.
Yep. With the two of us by your side.
Okie dokie. That should be pretty much all. Oh, and once the story's complete, do let me have a...
Yeah. Most of the time, you're pretty hard...
Don't worry, I'll know when you're finished. Just wait for me to read. All right, off you go. I can't wait to...
Oh, here we are. Right. Alice mentioned... Huh?
A corner of repose for countless tales, watched over there. A witch once spent. Find the place I speak.
Was that a riddle? Where do you think... Hey, you... might actually be on...
I had a feeling that's where we would be headed. After all, it's where my mother was from, and I bet it...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Still, I feel bad about dragging the two of you along on such a long journey.
Don't worry about it. We don't really have much going on right now, so we're all yours. Come on, let's go!
Cool it!
like, but seeing it in person is something else.
Why, if it isn't Cutie and Paimon. What brings you back to Mons? Let me guess. You missed me so much, you just had to come visit. Is that it? You've become quite the...
Found you! We were starting to think...
Well, I wasn't planning to. But then, Catherine mentioned someone had finally accepted an important commission for the library. So I came to check on things. Might you both be here for that very commission by any... music to my ears. Now, as you imagine my surprise when a glance down the book list revealed there are books of all different kinds, including quite a few that are banned. And sorting them myself? My, what a headache. All that to say, I'm very relieved to see you here. I would treat you to some tea, of course, but looking at the state of this place, perhaps another time, yes?
Don't worry. Just leave the commission to...
You're as sweet as ever, Paimon. Well then.
Finally! We made it to the last stack! What even are some of these books? A Hilichurl's Guide to Running for Your Life? and what's this one? The Little Witch's Dictionary? Huh. Well...
Yoo-hoo! Looking for me?
Alice? How did you get in here?
You must not have noticed, Paimon. I wasn't the one who barged in at all. When you opened that dictionary, you entered a mage's domain.
What? Ugh! Paimon knew that book had issues.
Have you ever read the storybook, The Little Witch and the Undying Fire, by any chance? Splendid! That makes things easier to explain. This book was...
That explanation...
Oh dear. Where should I begin? Namely, that in Mondstadt's greatest time of need, the mage... Well, waiting around for danger to descend upon the land is rather than a scenario where we jump in and save the day. Besides, who knows when such a crisis could occur? It could be in the next life, or even tomorrow. Preparation is crucial. So, I gathered the mages together to write this dictionary. Of course, it had to be under the guise of being related to that storybook. Otherwise, I would never have been able to get them in one place. Well, we looked into Barbie's scryglass and came up with a series of tasks tailor-made for the people of Mondstadt. They're all in this dictionary. Striving toward a common goal, overcoming obstacles alongside trusted companions, becoming better versions of ourselves. That is the best defense against what dangers could lie ahead.
Oh, you make it sound like something bad is actually about to happen.
Now, I never said that. But still, we are talking about trusted companions here, Paimon. And when we speak...
Wait, the huge book donation?
Oh dear,
Sure you...
Well, this is an important book. Much better to hide it in plain sight, you see. That's why I donated all those other books to the library. Besides, it's not like this is a bad thing. Just think of it as an excuse to reunite with old friends. And as a favor to your dear Aunt Alice.
Okay. If the goal is to help the people of Mondstadt, then we're in. We'll take the dictionary. And the next time we run into our friends, we'll pass your tasks and stuff along, okay?
Wonderful. Then I'll let you get to it. Have fun!
It's brought on the wheel.
I know. The Mondstadt Library, huh? Talk about a trip down.
So we're supposed to find the sea?
Well, we're in a library.
Making a racket.
Lisa! Oh, sorry about that.
Now, who do we have here? Ah, my golden-haired cutie. And my little horn cutie, too.
Sorry, Miss Lisa. I know you taught me to be quiet in the library, but
Well, it has been far too long since we saw each other. So I suppose I can let it slide just this once. Back when he first arrived here, poor Jean wasn't sure what to do with him, so I stepped in to lend a hand. I figured, if I can handle a boy—
Nice! Sounds like Durin was welcomed with—
Why, of course. Now, let's save the reminiscing for another—
it's kind of hard to explain. Maybe you could take a—
Oh? Ah, I see. These so-called seeds of the story must be the books that inspired its creation. That's just how it is with stories. They grow out—
But we don't know anything about this story.
As it happens, just before I found you here, stranger still, just as he went to reach out for them,
Serious?
that particular knight knows this library inside and out. I'd be very surprised if he was seeing things. Something tells me these might just be the magical books you're after. According to the report, there are 3 of these books in total. I'll be relying on you to track them down, cuties.
An experiment log? Looks like part of the title's been erased. There's something... Oh, wait! Did Klee write this one? Should this even be here? Better show it to Lee. Kinda looks like a poetry collect. Let's see what Lisa... Spelling exist. Wait, there's actually a book like that right here in the Mondstadt library? That title's just gonna make people even more curious. Huh. It's what
Well, did you... Huh. This
Yeah?
Albedo was the one who...
Why?
He said it's full of forbidden alchemical formulas, some of which could even Apparently, the danger it posed was so great, he didn't even feel like it was safe to carry around or keep it in his workshop.
Really? Definitely sounds like it shouldn't be here then.
Still, if that mage read this book too... Well, did you manage to find them? Yes, this is a restricted book, all right.
Huh. But it looks like a regular poetry collection. How did it end up being classified as a restricted book?
The issue lies with one of the poems inside. You've heard of the great battle that took 500 years ago, during the Cataclysm in Conria. An evil dragon descended upon Mondstadt.
We're talking about Durin. The Durin of Dragonspine.
Well, the poem in question turns the whole battle into a dance, with the evil dragon recast as an innocent child but given all the suffering experienced at the claws of that dragon, how could the people of Mondstadt accept such a retelling? Bards are often accused of inventing history or distorting the truth in their ballads, but this one hit a bit too close to home. And since the knights back then were unable to track down the author, they decided to ban the entire collection, blot out the title, and seal it away for good.
So the version in the poem, it was all a lie?
I'm afraid that question is something only the dragon himself could answer. Well, did you manage to find them? Truly extraordinary, and certainly not the kind of thing that should be just...
So, it's some kind of book of spells? Paimon's guessing magic this...
It's true. This book does contain one of Miss Alice's spells, but honestly, virtually no one could actually pull it off, even if they tried. The only reason it's even meant to be in the restricted section is because we can't let Klee get her hands on it. After Klee was born, Miss Alice advised us to seal it away. She even added that little subtitle herself.
So, it's to keep it away from Klee, huh? Does that mean she could use it to cause even more mayhem than she already does with Jumpy Dumpty?
No, that's not it. As Miss Alice herself put it, letting Klee see it too early would spoil the surprise. Well, would you look at that? Seems like these are the little troublemakers you're after. And...
Forbidden texts? You know, the first time you mentioned that the library had a restricted section, Paimon thought you were just trying to scare us. Are you...
Not really something you should be poking your little nose in.
Sorry.
Seeing as it was Miss Alice who asked you to look for these books, I won't question the matter. But they'll need...
Don't worry, Miss Lisa. I won't forget.
Well then, that's all from me. After all that hard work, I think I've earned myself a nice cup of tea.
All right, we've gathered all the reference books. What's next?
Wait, look!
Long, long ago, an evil dragon descended upon the human world, bringing terrible calamity in its wake. Bravely did the people resist, until at last, the dragon lay slain. Later, a witch with a love for stories came upon the tale of the evil dragon, and for reasons she could not explain, felt a pang of sorrow on its behalf. For she knew, despite its body being born of wicked alchemy, all along, the dragon's soul was that of an innocent child. Right up to the moment of its death, it had no choice in becoming a vessel of calamity, nor could it fathom the cruel fate that lay before it. Though the witch had a love of stories, she was not pleased with how this one ended. No, that won't do, she thought. I'll write you a better ending instead. And so she set off to do just that, borrowing a little magic from her friend. With it, she wove a dragon's egg, resolving to rear a dragon child of her own. Yet long in thought she lingered, wondering what kind of world her little dragon ought to behold upon waking. At last, she made her mind up, adorning the cradle with a wisp of woodland air. Then, she quietly waited for the egg to hatch.
Whoa! We're actually inside the story!
This must be Aunt Alice's magic.
Yeah.
A story about me?
Why don't we just see where the story takes us? All we know is the beginning at this point.
Okay.
And now a golden-haired traveler, a silvery sprite, and a dragon-born youth step onto the stage. What new chapter will their arrival bring?
Whoa! That came out of nowhere! Was that the same voice we heard just now? Yeah. But why does it sound so familiar?
I've missed this. It's just like the stories my mother used to tell me.
You mean... Em? She used to tell you stories?
Yeah, she loved it. Back when she was still alive. Sorry, we should focus on what we're here to do. So, now that we're in the story, what's next?
The dragon youth wondered aloud. Yet all he could do was wait for the story to unfold. Of course, there's something to be said for helping it along. Perhaps a little exploration could prove fruitful.
Oh! Is that a hint?
Yeah, I agree.
For a moment, the story crashers fell silent. Perhaps waiting around wasn't such a bad idea after all.
Look at all these books! Guessing the witch did a lot of reading while she was waiting for the egg to hatch.
It just so happened, a dragon egg wasn't the only thing she was incubating here. Where else might a story be born, if not among books?
Oh!
Yet those who never stray beyond the main plot often miss the fun little details along the way.
This Dodoko doll is meant to be the witch in the story, right? Wait a second. All the people we've seen that look like that turned out to be mages from the Hexenzirkel. Do you think the witch in this story is one of them too?
My mother had a hat just like this.
Then, the witch must be Em! Looks like this story really is about Durin, huh?
Whether the sprite spoke true or not, it had little bearing on the story at hand. For in that moment, what mattered most was not that she was a witch, but a mother waiting for her child to hatch.
Let's keep looking.
This must be the dragon egg, right? Looks like it's gonna hatch any moment now. So we've got a dragon egg about to hatch, a witch who loves stories, and that evil dragon we heard about at the beginning. Yep, it all adds up.
This is my story, isn't it?
Okay, so how are we supposed to help the story along? It feels like all we can do right now is wait.
Apparently, it hadn't dawned on the group to look for a way to help the egg hatch faster.
Oh, right! We're at the point in the story where we're waiting for the baby dragon to hatch. So that has to happen before the story can continue.
With the flames at his command, perhaps the dragon youth might be able to provide the egg with sufficient warmth.
What? You want us to roast the dragon egg?
The silvery sprite's surprise betrayed her lack of reading, for in countless tales it is told that only by fire's embrace will a dragon's egg hatch swiftly.
Huh, you kinda have a point there.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. I still have so much to learn about human interactions. Like, where should I... Thunder! Stay away from me!
Clearly, both the golden-haired traveler and the dragon youth were eagerly awaiting the little dragon's will, though perhaps their longing burned a little too brightly. Still, such fiery anticipation might itself become a blessing. At last, under the witch's expectant gaze, the little dragon broke free from its shell. No living being has ever decided the moment of its birth. You were no exception, my child. I brought you into being because I willed it so, just like the witch who created that evil dragon. But I promise you this, your birth was wanted. You are loved, and you will have a different fate than the dragon that came before you.
You've never told me those things before, but for some reason, I always knew. Thank you for bringing me into this world.
The waiting witch did not feel lonely, for she had 3 visitors by her side. Together, they beheld the hatchling's first breath of life. Holding her dragon child close, the witch promised him a life unlike that of the evil dragon. And so, nestled in his mother's warm embrace, did the little dragon's story begin.
Looks like we're back in the real world. Looks like there's more written on the page now and less ink left than before. So, does that mean we've completed this chapter? Yeah, but why does M seem to think that the story isn't finished yet? Durin broke free from the curse, came into this world with a true... Everything's always so mysterious with these mages.
Huh.
Is this thing on? All right, that should do it.
Hey! That's Alice's voice!
Hello there, children. If you're hearing this, you've stumbled upon the little recording I left for you. I thought you could use a few hints about how the book works. By now, I'm guessing you've already begun to leave your mark on the story. You should know, however, that the book needs time to absorb the ink, so the next chapter's clues won't show up right away.
Wait, so even magic ink needs time to dry?
The good news is, you can return to any chapter you've already completed and continue to explore the mystical, magical storybook world you helped create. Have fun, dearies. Toodles!
Oh, man! Paimon was so ready to knock this out in one go!
Maybe it's for the best. Sooner or later, we'll end up being whisked off to another world again, and if that happens, who knows when we'll be able to come back. So it might be good to take a break while we can.
A break. Yeah! Paimon has a sudden craving for the Good Hunter's sticky honey roast. And we happen to be in Mondstadt, so...
So let's meet up here later. I need to find Miss Lisa to return those books anyway.
That's quite a crowd over there.
Hi everyone. I'm Sansa, and I'm all goes quiet on Starsnatch Cliff. High in the trees, all is... Oh wait, sorry, that's not right. High in the trees, no whiff of the wind, no sign of the birds, no flapping of wings. Then it goes. Pause. Pause for a moment, and... Oh gosh, this is so embarrassing. I'm making a complete mess of this. I didn't get tongue-tied at all on the 42nd time, or the 90th time. So why can't I get it right now?
The 42nd and 90th time?
Yep. I rehearsed this 100 times to try and perfect my performance. So, this is my 101st time playing this song, but my first time performing it live. I really thought it would go well.
Right. That amount of practice should have been more than enough. If it still isn't working, maybe it's more a question of how you've been practicing. Actually, the Traveler here has loads of experience with performing music. Why don't you tell us what your method is? Maybe we can give you some suggestions. And, Paimon can give you pro tips from an audience perspective. As a highly seasoned and professional audience...
Aw, that's so kind of you. I'm touched that you're willing to help me. Give me a second. Let me just check my notes. Or, actually, why don't I just give you my notes so you can read them for yourself?
Notes about what?
Just things I jot down after each practice. Stuff to watch out for, areas to improve on, etc. Oh, but you can ignore the second half. That's just my random thoughts on other people's performances and trying out different instruments.
Whoa, this is denser than the encyclopedias in the Mondstadt library. So are you like a music scholar, collector, librarian?
Well, my parents always hoped I'd become a scholar, so they made me take classes in all of those things and more. But now, I'm applying everything I've learned in academia to becoming a bard. Well, I'm all ears. Where do you think I'm going wrong? Have I misunderstood some core principles of music theory, perhaps? Or am I approaching my rehearsals wrong?
Paimon never knew being a bard was such hard work. The tone-deaf bard always makes it look so easy. He never seems stressed out at all. And still, his singing and lyre playing always sound really great. Unless he's actually been practicing in secret.
Venti!
Ah! Tone-deaf bard, where did you come from? Well, Paimon sure hasn't missed that attitude.
A whoosh?
So it must have been a cat that stole the lead.
I can help too, Venti. And, after we find it, could I get some advice on songwriting from you? Sorry, I know I shouldn't spring that on you. I was just worried if I stayed quiet now, I might be too shy to ask. Wow, really? Okay, I'll just grab my... Wait, where's my notebook? Oh, it's right here. Sorry, give me a second.
Huh? But then, why did her performance go so badly despite all the effort she put?
I guess I just lack that natural talent. Maybe I'm not meant to be a bard, huh? Let me think. Maybe it was a sense of yearning. Back when my parents forced me to stay in my room and study, I'd always hear this bard singing outside the window. His wonderful melodies and beautiful voice were like a Yeah, that's it. I wanted to be free and happy just like him. And like him, but I get so nervous when I'm performing in front of a crowd. I try to mitigate that by doing plenty of practice to make sure nothing goes wrong. But it's no use. As soon as the performance starts, I get tongue-tied. What? But I can't even get my words out.
Exactly. If you really want to share freedom and joy with the world, first you need to be the freest and happiest person of them all.
So, I've got to be my freest, happiest self in order to share that with others. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, thank you all so much. I'll be sure to take that to heart.
In that case, Paimon will be the audience. Paimon is the most professional and...
That was my first ever successful performance in front of a crowd. For once, I didn't stumble over my words. Oh, I'm so happy. Once the music started, it felt like I became one with the wind. I could roam freely, and nothing could stop me.
The audience definitely felt it too. Look, even that cat came to check out the show. Wait, a cat?
Oh, Charcoal! So it was you! I'm sorry, that's my neighbor's cat. Whenever I'm rehearsing, it always comes to sit on the windowsill and listen in.
What was that in its mouth? Was it the leaf with Venti's poem?
Charcoal! That belongs to Venti. It's very important to him. Could you give it back? You've helped me so much. I feel bad that I have no way to repay you.
Gone like the wind.
I can hardly believe I got a personal lesson from Venti himself. I must find time to thank him properly. Oh, and of course, I owe you two a huge thank you as well. I can't offer much, but why don't you take this songbook? It's from back when I was studying. I noted down all kinds of tunes from many parts of the world. Maybe you'll find it useful. Oh, and as well as tunes, I also collected all kinds of instruments. You're welcome to try them out anytime you want. It'll be great to have another musician to trade tips with.
Awesome! We'll definitely take you up on that.
What are you staring at? Screw.